What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Bree, and if this is your first time here, I am a 26-year-old wife and first-time mom who loves Jesus. Welcome to my channel. We've got a fun one today. At least I think it's fun. Y'all might not think it's fun. Some of y'all might think it's a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. Someone's got to talk about it, and I'm perfectly fine being the one to talk about it. Today we are going to talk about how you can practically wait until marriage to fill in the blank. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. A little bit of my story is I went into high school being the girl that everyone made fun of because I hadn't had my first kiss. I was a Christian. I was just passionate about the Lord and told everyone, you know, I'm gonna wait until marriage. And people made fun of me, but I honestly didn't care. That's all fun and great, but if you don't know how to actually wait until marriage and how to actually put things in your life that will help you to do that, then unfortunately it's going to be very hard, or you're not going to be able to do it. And that was my story, is that I wanted to wait until marriage, but I didn't really know how to do that. I made a lot of mistakes. There is no shame or condemnation here. This is only to encourage you that no matter where you are, what your past looks like, what you've done, today you can make a decision to pursue purity. That was my story for a little bit of time, but then thankfully I did get back on track and I put these practices in my life, and I was able to wait until marriage with my husband Riley. That's our story. We fell short a lot and we broke up because of it, and you know, it wasn't until we were honoring God and pursuing purity that God blessed our relationship and we were able to get back together and get married and all of that. So this is to encourage you that no matter where you are, what you've done, today you can decide to do this. And I'm passionate about talking about this. I'm passionate about making it practical because, like I said, it's one thing to want to do this, but it's another thing to actually know how to do this. So we're gonna get into it. Let's go. I have 5 practical ways to wait until marriage. Number 1 is prioritize your relationship with the Lord. This one may seem kind of obvious, but of course prioritizing your relationship with the Lord is the most important thing overall in general in your whole life, is to prioritize your relationship with God. It's a good thing to want to obey God, but if you don't have a good relationship with the one that you're trying to obey, it's going to make it a lot harder to obey God. Having a close relationship with the Lord is going to build in you this healthy fear of God, where you understand how holy and righteous and powerful God is. And it's not a fear of I'm scared of God, but it's a fear of I respect you and I want to be obedient to you. That's where you've got to start. You've got to have a good relationship with the Lord. And also, the closer you are to the Lord, the stronger your conviction is going to grow, and you want to have a strong conviction when it comes to this, obviously. Okay, Proverbs 9 verse 10 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So when you have a healthy fear of God, when you respect God, when you honor God, that is where wisdom can then come from. Number 2, know why you're doing it. Have a correct mindset. Understand that you're not just doing this just because it's what God says and just to follow a rule and to do things right. No, you're actually doing this because you believe and you understand that it's actually what's best for you. I think that's a big thing for me when I was younger, is I really didn't understand why, and I didn't know all the ways that it could cause destruction in my life. So to me, it was just a rule. God says to wait until marriage just because it's just what he says and it's just a rule, but really it's fine if I do things the other way. That's what I thought. And so when you don't really understand that it is the best thing for you and you don't know why you're doing it, it's gonna make it a lot harder. First of all, it was created in the boundaries of marriage, so that's what it's intended for. And if God created it for that, I've got to trust and believe that that is the best thing and the best way to do it. It's really hard to talk to the person that you are going to marry and explain to them the mistakes that you've made, and that is a pain that I don't wish on anybody. How awesome would it be to come to marriage with another person both being pure and not having any insecurities, any past, any mistakes. It's a beautiful picture that God has for it. But let me just say that there is redemption, there's forgiveness, there's grace, and so God can heal those things. That's what God intended, is for two people to come and be one with each other. And so you've got to believe that that's what's best and know that, and it's going to help you be able to do this. Number 3, set your boundaries way ahead of the line. Something that I always thought is, I want to wait to have until marriage, so I'm not going to do that, but I can do X, Y, Z. No, you've got to set your boundary so far ahead of the line that you're not even going to allow yourself to do the things that will lead to that. So for example, if you don't want to have before marriage, don't get in a bed with someone. Like, don't take your clothes off. I know that sounds silly to some people, but to other people, you know, you think, oh, I can do this and not do that. But the truth is, if you've gotten that far, what makes you think you're going to be able to not do that thing? And plus, even being that far is not pursuing purity. I know this sounds silly, but it is so worth it to say, hey, I'm not going to cuddle in bed with my boyfriend because I know where that could lead, and I'm not even gonna get myself to that because then I know I can't make the other mistakes. That is how serious you've got to take this, and it's worth it, and God blesses it and God honors it. It's so beautiful when you do have these boundaries and when you do honor God. We are not perfect. We are imperfect human beings. We make mistakes, we fall short, and you can have good intentions, but if you don't have the right boundaries in place, you are more than likely going to step over those lines. And so it's just so smart to set the boundaries way ahead, to communicate those boundaries with your significant other. Also, to speak with your significant other and say, you know, this is a boundary for me, because what puts you past your limit might be different than someone else. And so for you, it might be, hey, you can't put your hand there, or I can't do this, can't do that. This is where I need to draw a line for me and for my thoughts and my purity and my desires. And it might be different than your significant others. And so that's just where communication is so important, to know how you can help your significant other pursue purity and how you can do it for yourself. Number 4 is surround yourself with people who are doing the same thing. This is another one that seems small, but it's really important. If you've got friends who do not believe in this, they're probably going to pick on you. They're probably going to make comments. They're probably going to judge you a little and just think it's funny. It's very important to have friends who believe in this, who are doing the same things as you, who are going to encourage you along this journey, because it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be a lot easier when you have people who are doing the same thing as you and can encourage you and all those things. Number 5, have mentors / accountability. Kind of goes along with number 4, but it is so important to have mentors just in life in general, but also I think it's important to have mentors in this area of your life too. People who have walked this journey, who can encourage you, who have advice and wisdom and can pray for you and also hold you accountable. I think accountability is good for all of us. It's good to know, hey, someone's going to be asking me about this and I've got to answer them. Have accountability, have mentors, have people that can speak life into you, give you counsel, give you advice, all the things. Someone who's already done this and who can help you and encourage you. Those are my 5 points. This is something that I'm very passionate about because I know I've lived it, I've walked it, I've made the mistakes. I wish I could go back and do things different, but I can't, and so I can use my story to help other people, no matter what your past looks like. If you've slept with a lot of people, if you've gone too far with a lot of people, you can change today. And that past does not have to hold you captive anymore, and you can be set free from those things. You can have a clean slate. That was my story. Messed up a lot of times, but thank you, Jesus, for his forgiveness and his grace and his blood that washed me clean. Thank goodness that his mercies are new every day, and we can change today and change the trajectory of our whole life. And so I'm passionate about it. And if you need encouragement, if you need help, if you need advice, please DM me, because I know that this is a topic that a lot of people don't talk about, don't know how to, stray away from, and I'm passionate about it. So please message me, and I would love to just encourage you, pray for you, speak life over you, and just help you in any way that I can. So yeah, but leave any questions down below that you have, and I love y'all, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.